we will go to the next. The beautiful names of Allah. In the Quran, Allah says, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. They are all beautiful names for Allah, and then when you call to Allah, call with these beautiful names. Allah actually is an Arabic word, and this is the beauty of this word. Sometimes if you have a word and then you remove any letter from the words, the meaning will change. So okay, here is Brother Mateen, let's say. Can I take your example?
Sure.
Okay. In Arabic actually it's written like this, Mateen. If we actually just remove the ta, those dots up and down, it just become, okay, first stance, just remove 2 dots from the down. The actual meaning of Mateen is a serious person. Mateen, very serious person. But if we take 2 dots from the down, remove it, then it becomes matan. And matan means the text. Text. When we have, okay, this text and that text, something, some writing. So the meaning entirely changed. Okay, if we take these, also this one, and then it becomes man. Man.
Who?
Who in Arabic? Who? Man. And this question will be asked, Man Rabbuka on the day of judgment. Who is your Lord? So you see, we just remove 2 dots from the down, different meaning. 2 dots removed from the up, also different meaning. So it changes different meaning. But this is the beauty of this Allah. It's personal name. It's not the attributes. It's not the attributed name. It's Allah's itself name, personal name. Allah. Okay. If we remove this alif in the beginning, it's same, remains, and the meaning will no difference. Lillahi. Lillahi ma fis samawati wa ma fil earth. Whatever is in this universe, in the sky or in the earth, is for Allah. Lillahi ma fis samawati wa ma fil earth. Okay. If we remove this lam in the beginning, it will remain like this. Lahu. Lahu mulku samawati wal earth. The kingdom of this earth and the sky is for God. And even if you remove this lam, it's just who. Who is also refers to Allah. Huwallahu alladhi la ilaha illa hu. He is Allah. He has no partners, and we worship Him. So whichever the parts you remove, you take away, it remains the same. And also, one more, if you want to, you might thinking I didn't remove the last one. Okay, we remove the last and then we will also see. If we remove this, and this center one Allah, then it will becomes Ilah. Ilah means the whom we worship. So any part, any letter from this word Allah, you remove, the meaning remains the same. This is just a for your
But if-
interested point.
But if you delete the hey, then it is no meaning.
No, with
That
alif
is
you
something the
remove.
beauty of the language. Then you remove the hey, last hey. There is no meaning for Allah.
No, there is a meaning ilah.
No. Delete hey, last hey. Delete hey, the last word. Yeah.
Yeah, I delete and I told you it becomes ilah.
Where? There is no hey.
لا لا
This is Allah. Or maybe other peoples I think might not have that. Just simple is that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
if they
no
read
need to
Quran,
go
if they read
too deep
Quran,
for that.
they learn language, they understand
Okay.
the beauty of these things.
So, okay.
Let us go to the subject.
Okay. So there, Allah says in the Quran, when we call to Allah, call with His beautiful names. And these are the attributed names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People, it's a common and maybe general practice, they say there are 99 names of God, but there is no authentic saying of the Prophet that there are only 99 names of God. There are more than that, but some of the mystic philosophers and the Islamic scholars, they have just made a collection of those names from the Quran and the Hadith, and then they compile it with these beautiful names. And Allah's name actually is more than that. And those are actually the adjectives, the attributes, not the names of God. Name only Allah. There actually is a hadith in the Sahih Muslim that says, Abu Huraira is the narrator of this hadith, that there are 99 names of Allah. He who commits them to memory would get into paradise. Verily Allah is odd, means He is one and is an odd number, and he who loves odd numbers. And in the another narration that is by Ibn Umar, that the words are slightly different, that he who enumerated them means, but not only just to memorization, it's not only get reward just for memorization. To memorize these words with this understanding that name exists, and the attributes or the qualities or the characters that are inbuilt in the words of those 99 names of God or Allah. Not only the words, otherwise it's just like a memorization practice. No, with the sense, consciously to know if Allah is Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, He is the most merciful and He is the most beneficent. He is Al-Alim, the all-knowing. Then we should have in our this heart. And when we memorize these words with this background, with the whole knowledge, then it will serve the purpose. This is the ayah in the Quran. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. Call upon God or call upon the merciful, whichsoever you call upon to Him belong the most beautiful names. And next I will show you there are a collection of all those beautiful names in one chapter or the surahs, the last verses of the Quran. And all those beautiful, more than a dozen attributes, names of the God are actually mentioned in that surah called Suratul Hashr. And those three verses starting from 22 to 24, those beautiful names of God are mentioned there. It's like a dozen of divine epithets, like a beautiful collection of like flowers when you put a vase and then it's a beautiful collection. So those beautiful names, Ibn Arabi, not this brother also has name Arabi, but this Arabi called Ibn Arabi, and he was a very mystic philosopher and scholar in Islam. And he said that those 99 names are actually outward signs of the universe, inner mysteries. So every attributed name of God actually has the meaning that the secrets and the beauties are the inner secrets of this universe. These are the actually signs that we see in our outer world in the universe. And most, though not all, 99 names appear in the Quran, with the smaller number appearing exclusively in the hadith. In the Quran, not 99 names these mentioned, but few of them. But the others are actually mentioned in the hadith. And the greatest name of them, there are different scholars have different approach for these, but if collectively all these attributed names put together and the essence of these names and the characteristics or the attributes or the qualities of these names, actually that is called the greatest name in Arabic, that called Ism-e Azam. And this is something about the practical things. I think I just give one example of this. What's happening with this? Okay, that didn't show here, but I can write it. It's just for a caution that when we give a name to the child, what we have to be careful about. This is one of the attributed name of Allah. We have just to keep in mind that the most merciful is Allah, Ar-Rahman. So if you give it a name to someone, you cannot give this name to someone with this word. Al means the, specifies it only for God. But we have to add here something, we call it Abd. That means slave or worshipper. So then we will read it like this, Abdur Rahman. Abdur Rahman means the slave of the most merciful, or the worshipper of the most merciful. Then it's okay, Abdur Rahman. But someone cannot have simply Ar-Rahman, it's only for Allah. So this is one clarification, and this one point you have to keep in mind. And same is like this, Ar-Rahim, only Allah, Ar-Rahim. But if you want to give this name to someone, we want to give it a name this beautiful to one of our child, then it would be Abdur Rahim. The slave or the servant or the worshipper of the most beneficent.
Abdullah.
Abdullah.
That is the name.
Yes. The servant of Allah, the worshipper of Allah. Abd. Abd actually means to worship. Abada ya'budu in Arabic means to worship. The someone who worships called Abdullah, the slave of God, the servant of God, the worshipper of God, the slave or the servant or the worshipper of the merciful, the slave or the worshipper or the servant of the most beneficent or the most gracious. And Al-Khaliq means the creator. The creator. Who is the creator? Al-Khaliq, Allah. Allah is the creator of all the creators. Al-Khaliq. But we, if want to give a name, same. Abdul Khaliq. The slave or the servant of the creator, not only creator. So this is a very small thing that we have to bear in mind when we give a name to the Muslim children. So with this, keep in mind that would be fine. And now I just want to show this slide, those beautiful names. Few of them has actually been in this chapter of the Quran, that is the second chapter in the Quran. And this is one of the longest verses in the Quran. This is not the longest, but one of the longest verses in the Quran, and that is called Ayatul Kursi. The verse of the throne or the Kursi. I will read it first. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard man zal ladhi yashfa'u 'indahu illa bi iznihi ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum wa la yuhituna bi shay'in min ilmihi illa bima sha'a wasi'a kursiyyuhu as-samawati wal ard wa la ya'uduhu حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. So now for your convenience, can any one of you, okay, let me first I go through the simple translation and then I will ask question. Allah, this word. I think if it works or not. No, but it should be read.
No, I tried. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
I tried.
Okay, I take your advice then. So, Allah, none has the right to be worshipped but He. And He is, who is He? Huwa al-Hayyul Qayyum, the ever-living, Al-Hayy, Al-Qayyum, the one who sustains. La ta'khuzuhu sinatun. To Him belongs whatever is in the heavens. La ta'khuzuhu sinatun. Neither slumber. Sometimes when we get tired, we slumber. Maybe the teacher asks why you are dozing in the class, slumbering in the class. We just like this. But for Allah, no sleep, even no slumber. La ta'khuzuhu sinatun wa la nawm. Neither slumber nor sleep overtake Him. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. To whom belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth. Man zalladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'iznihi. Who is that can intercede with Him except with His permission? Unless He allows someone to intercede. With His permission. Ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum. And He knows what happens to them, I mean His creatures in this world, and what will happen to them in the hereafter. وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ. And they will never compass anything of His knowledge except that which He wills. Nobody can compass His knowledge, the vastness of His knowledge. وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ. We have just a very limited knowledge, but His knowledge is all-knowing, al-alim. That is why this word is used. وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ. But whatsoever knowledge He gives to us, except that we know, otherwise not. And وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. His kursi means His kingdom, His throne. Not only this chair that we are sitting, that's just for a symbolic to understand. But His kingdom means this kursi, this chair, this throne, His kingdom. What is His kursi? وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And His kursi means His kingdom, His throne extends over the heavens and the earth. وَلَا يَؤُودُهُ حِفْظُهُمَا. And His heavens and earth, and He feels no fatigue in the guarding and preserving them. He doesn't get tired to protect or to safeguard all His creation or the universe. وَلَا يَؤُودُهُ حِفْظُهُمَا وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. And He is the most high, the most great. So now I will ask some of the participants in the class. Anyone can name any of the attributes name? Can you just pinpoint? If even in the English, you can. If the brothers
The most
can
high.
tell any one by one.
The
Anyone.
most high.
The Most High. Okay. Any of the attributes name of Allah, if you can just find in this, and you can. Okay, we will do it like this. Just write it here. Sorry.
Easy.
Okay. Or you just say it. Okay, the Most High.
Ever-living.
Yes. Yes. Next. The ever-living, right? You, sister? The most great what? Yes, the most great. That's this letter. The most great. Al-Azim. The most great. Yes. This side, that gentleman.
Sorry, I couldn't understand what you're trying to.
Different attributes of Allah is mentioned in this verse of the Quran. As the brother said, the Most High, she said the Most Great. These are the names of God is mentioned in this verse. So can you identify any of these names just for?
Allah belongs to whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on earth.
Yes, this is his attribute, and this one word for this is actually called Al-Alim. Al-Alim. But this is in the verb form, not in the subject form. Right. Yes. Any name that you can? You can refer to the notes.
Sorry, I'm quite not aware of that.
This one, in the very beginning, the ever living. Can you see? Al-Hayy, the ever living. Actually, all these are the names. With you see with the, understand?
Actually, what we believe as Muslims is that these are what we can think of the what Allah has the power or the descriptions of Allah. But however, every Muslim knows that it does not encompass, and actually we cannot really understand the full what Allah is. But this is what we are capable of as human beings to understand what Allah can do or what He is.
No,
But
especially
in his
Islam
names.
doesn't have the figure or the photo of
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
You have to take, yes, you have to take that point, then Islam has attributed the characters of Allah, and from that we want to believe Him.
It will
Instead
lead
of,
you to the oneness of God.
yes. This is the difference between
Okay,
the
the
other
last
religion
one,
and ours.
anyone can tell one more attributes, names of Allah. Brother Mati, Brother Hafiz.
Most merciful.
Yes, the most merciful. Okay. And then there is another collection of those beautiful names. More than that. That was only one verse. Here are the 3 verses. And here are the most, the beautiful names.
You tell the verse number.
Yeah, there are the verse number written there.
You just highlight them so they
Okay.
can go and verify that.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is actually is in the chapter 59. And the
Write down
Quran
the
and the
number and
verses
you can-
starting from 22, 23 and 24. 3 verses. I have actually mentioned the reference here. If at the end, Brother Arabi, if you want to see.
Yes.
So I will first recite it. Huwallahu allazi la ilaha illahu alimul ghaybi wa shahadati huwa ar-rahmanur rahim. This the chapter number 59 called Suratul Hashr, the exile, and the verse number is 22. You better refer here for those, these are the actually Arabic numbering system you might not understand. For those this, so then you better go to the simple one, this 22. But it's the same, 22. So verse number 22, and then
Question is.
the translation goes like this. Huwallahu allazi, He is Allah. La ilaha illahu. Than whom there is none has the right to be worshipped. Means ilah. Alimul ghaybi wa shahada. But He, the all-knower of the unseen and the seen. That is open, that's obvious. So He knows the seen and the unseen. Huwa ar-Rahmanur Rahim. He is the most beneficent, the most merciful. Okay. So, and the next is Huwallahu allazi la ilaha illa huwal malikul quddus salamul mu'minul muhayminul azizul jabbarul mutakabbir subhanallahi amma yushrikun. He is Allah than whom there is none has a right to be worshipped, but He, the King, the Holy, the one free from all defects, the giver of security, the watcher over His creatures, the Almighty, the Compeller, the Supreme. Glory to be Allah. High is He above all that they associate as partners with Him. And then the next verse, the 24. Huwallahu al-khaliqul bari'ul musawwirul lahul asma'ul husna yusabbihu lahu ma fis samawati wal ard wa huwal azizul hakim. He is Allah. Huwallah, He is Allah. Khaliq, means creator. He is Allah, the creator, the inventor of all things, the bestower of forms, to whom belongs the best names, means these beautiful names that is mentioned here. All that is in the heavens and the earth glorify him, and he is the Almighty, the All-Wise. So this was just the collection of those beautiful names. And just can we play just 1-2 minutes this?
Need to play?
Yes, just to refresh